Hooked on a feeling. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is something that I'm super excited about because it is my favorite movie right now. I really want it to come out on DVD so I can start watching it over and over again. If I hold this up, you probably might guess what it is. Boom! Ah, how cute is this? This is actually, I know you're like, this is a beauty YouTube channel. What are you talking about? This are actually eyeshadows. I know. How awesome, how exciting. I love it. Couldn't you just die if you haven't guessed yet? This eyeshadow collection is from Guardians of the Galaxy movie, inspired by, I should say. It is by the company Geek Chic Cosmetics. If you haven't heard of them, you seriously need to go check them out because they are amazing. They really live up to their name, Geek Chic Cosmetics. I mean, the best. I love it. They come out with collections that are inspired by movies, I think shows, different things. I have a collection inspired by the BBC show Sherlock, which I love that collection. They also have a collection, let's see, inspired by The Princess Bride, inspired by the show Firefly, another huge fan of Firefly. What else? Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. I mean, you name it, you geek out on certain shows and shows and movies and stuff. They probably have a collection for it. They are phenomenal. And they also have products for eyes, lips, nails. I mean, it's much more than just that, but that alone is enough just to make me faint with excitement. I mean, seriously. With the new collection, they come out with a limited edition tin, which is what this is. How cute it is! Look how cute it is! I'm sorry, I just keep dying, y'all. This collection has 6 shadows, and unfortunately, the tins themselves are limited edition, so this tin is no longer available, but they do still have the individual shadows as well as the whole set that you can buy, just not with the tin. So I'm sorry, because the tins sell out super fast. I mean, I think this one sold out within an hour, if not less. Isn't that crazy? So, oh, and by the way, can you tell I have new lighting? Can you tell? Because it's actually, what time is it? It's gonna be 6 o'clock, so it's already dark outside. I'm in Central Time, and my hubby, he bought me an umbrella light. I'm so excited. Okay, so I only have one right now because he actually bought me 3, and the 2 other bulbs broke in shipment. So I only have 1 bulb right now, so I only have 1 light, but soon I'm gonna get more bulbs so I can set it out more. So if the lighting isn't still perfect, it's because there's gonna be more to come. So, but you can see me and you can see the product, which is the most important thing. So I'm so excited I can finally film at night. He knew that with daylight savings time coming, I would have a hard time filming. So I love him. Mwah, kisses to him. So anyhow, let's go ahead and get into the collection, and I will show you swatches of each shade, and you can also see how to do this look inspired and using the shadows in this collection. Now on the inside, hopefully they don't fall out, you've got your 6 shadows. Now the thing about the limited edition tins, if you ever buy one, the actual shadows are really not a smaller size. They're like a deluxe size compared to the full sizes. Let me see if I can show you, because I have some of the full sizes from the Sherlock collection. Okay, so this is the full size. This is the deluxe size. Can you kind of see the size difference here? I mean, it's not much, but it's definitely a little bit different in sizing. So full size, deluxe size. Just so you know that when you order the tins, the limited edition tins and the full set, that they're going to be deluxe size. But if you order the full set without the limited edition tins or just the shadow by itself, it is a full size, which I believe is in a 5-gram screw top jar like these and a sifter. All right, so that's what this looks like. Let's go ahead and get into close-up shots of each shadow. All right, the first shadow is 12% of a Plan, and have I mentioned I love these names? And 12% of a Plan is a pale taupe with a pink red glow, and it comes with the tagline, well, it's better than 11%. very true. All right, so this color, let's see if I can find it and pull it out for you, which you've already seen close-ups, or you're going to see close-ups. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this shade for either an all over soft daytime look or use it to blend out the other colors. It's got a beautiful pink sort of tint to it. I think it's absolutely stunning. I think it's a great neutral in this palette because there's a lot of really, really bright colors in this. Did I just say palette? In this set. I'm used to saying palettes because I'm always using palettes. It's a great sort of neutral to have in this set. Like I said, the other colors are kind of leaning towards more bright. You'll see crazy colors. I love them. So it was really nice to have a more neutral shade. The other 5 shades obviously have to do with the 5 characters in the movie. You will see this is the only one that is not a character shadow, but I think it's a great, great addition. Next up is the shade Ain't Nothing Like Me, which is a rich velvet metallic golden brown, and it has the tagline, a genetically altered genius raccoon with cybernetic implants and a penchant for jailbreaks and large guns, with a tree for a bodyguard. Why wouldn't you want him on your team? I love this one because Rocket is my favorite character from Guardians of the Galaxy. I think he's hilarious. I love him to death. So I was really excited to see a really wonderful shadow inspired by him. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. The shimmer in it is kind of subtle if applied on the lid, but it is not very metallic. It definitely leans more metallic than shimmery to me, at least on my eye. But it's such a beautiful brown. Again, it's nice to see something a little more neutral, but this definitely has like a little kick to the neutralness to it. And it applies beautifully. You can blend it out really easily. You can make it really opaque and rich. Definitely one of my favorites of the collection, and I've probably used it the most more than anything else, so I'm really excited to see it in there. Next up is Deadliest Woman in the Universe, which is a bright grass green matte shadow with a red duochrome. And the tagline is, lost of her species, ironically turned into a weapon by the man who murdered her family and planet. She doesn't dance. She's an assassin, and she has a planet to save. I mean, how could you have this collection and not have a bright green for Gamora? How can you? I don't even know. This shadow is really stunning. It's funny that it says that it's has a red duochrome, because really it just appears to me to be a bright grassy green. There is a little bit of a hint of sort of red sparkle in there, but on my eye, I mean, from what I can see, it's so subtle. I really just see that bright matte green, which you could probably see it on my eyes, because this is the color that I really wanted to feature. She's another one of my favorite characters out of the bunch. In fact, the colors that I picked for my eyes today are my 3 favorites, favorite characters, which made me just inspired to do this look. But really, if you love green, you will positively die when you see this shadow. I mean, it is just brilliant. It is perfect match for her color. It is just like, seriously, this set just would not be this set without this shade. It is stunning. It is a must-have in my opinion. Like I said, if you like green, if you like going out of the box, you need this shadow in your life. Next up is the shadow that is an absolute must-have for this collection. I Am Groot, which is a tawny brown with a green shift and golden sparks. The tagline is, asleep for the action and awake for the money as usual. Like, you had to have I Am Groot in this collection, am I right? And this one is absolutely stunning. I'll have close-ups again as usual, but the sparkle, the green and golden sparkle in this is phenomenal. I love using the shade over these shadows because it is just sparkly, it is stunning, it is beautiful. I think I could just go on about every shadow in this collection. I mean, seriously, y'all, this collection just blew my mind. Again, another one of my favorites. I am using this in the look today. If you love sparkle, You will love this. You will love this. You will love this. If you love Guardians of the Galaxy, you will love this. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Next is the shadow My Prince, My Star-Lord, inspired by the man himself. It is a plush velvet maroon shadow with pops of copper sparkle, and the tagline is, "From insignificant earthling to space pirate to bona fide self-appointed guardian of the galaxy." It just goes to show that if no one out there is going to recognize how awesome you are and title you appropriately, it pays to do it yourself. This shadow, I mean, he is the man of the movie, and I think this shadow was made just perfectly for him. It is such a rich, and they say velvet, they mean velvet. It is a velvety texture. The sparkle is stunning. You can blend it out for a kind of smoky, really rich look, or you can apply it for a really deep, saturated, velvety, like, I don't even know how to explain it, sultriness. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It not at all powdery. I was worried that it was going to be powdery. I was worried that it was going to be kind of patchy because it was so dark, but these shadows, I mean, Geek Chic Cosmetics hasn't failed me yet. The ones that I have used are super plush, super rich, super pigmented, and this one, you know, no exception. It's beautiful. It's a perfect addition to this collection because there needed to be something really kind of dark and not necessarily vampy, but dark, rich, and just like not earthy, but just with that oomph, you know what I'm talking about? And this shadow definitely did not disappoint. And the last shadow in this collection is the Destroyer, an electric blue with strong red shift. And the tagline is, "The universe has much to teach, such as the meaning of a finger across one's throat, that not everything can be caught with quick reflexes, and that blowing up the ship your friends are stranded on isn't necessarily saving them. But at least you tried, and that's what's most important." I love him in the movie. I think he's hilarious. Seriously, there's not a character in that movie that I don't like. I mean, he's hilarious. And this color, just like Gamora's color, captured him perfectly. I mean, look how gorgeous that blue is. Do you see how fabulous that is? This one, it like perfectly closes the whole collection. And I'm sad because the owner and creator of Geek Chic Cosmetics did say that she wanted this collection to be a set of 8. I guess she came up with 8 shades, and because the tin only holds 6 of those deluxe shadows that they make, I guess you could say, that there was no way she could fit 8 in here without having like super small containers, I guess. So I'm sad because I'm really curious to know what the other 2 shadows would have been. But I mean, I absolutely love this set. Like I said, that blue perfectly rounds out all the colors, and it's really just gorgeous. I wrote the other day, what did I just say? I wore it the other day, and someone was like, "What is that? Is that Urban Decay? Is that Chaos?" Like, no, it's the Destroyer from Awesome Mix. And I got the craziest look, but apparently they hadn't seen Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, you know what I'm talking about. But if not, you need to get in on the awesome mix that is too. So, okay, I need to stop talking now because I'm sure this review is going on forever. If you want to see how I did this look inspired by the shadows and using 3 of the shadows, Deadliest Woman in the Universe, Ain't Nothing Like Me, and I Am Groot, keep on watching. Alright everyone, so we're going to start with NYX's Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Yogurt 611. And I'm going to apply that. Oh, and I already primed my lid with Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Original, like I normally do. And I'm going to apply this just to the lid, not going past the crease. And then blend it in really lightly with my finger. This just provides a nice base for the shadow to stick to. And it I don't know, just kind of makes it a little more opaque in my opinion. But this step isn't completely necessary. You know, if you don't have this, you don't have to run out and go buy it. Alright, now I'm going to take the shade, let me see, make sure I say it right. Ain't Nothing Like Me. Love this shade. And then I'm going to take a Coastal Scents BRC SO2 brush. And what I normally do is I get some on the brush and then I tap it into the lid to kind of disperse it a little bit better on the bristle, so I'm not throwing a whole lot right on the eye. And then I'm going to apply very lightly, very carefully, since this is a loose pigment. We don't want to just start brushing everywhere and throw it all over the place. Why make a big old mess that you're gonna have to clean up when you can just avoid it? But look how nicely pigmented it is. I mean, that's after dabbing it in the lid and tapping off the excess. Now I'm going to be using a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush in just a matte cream shade. Any matte cream shade will do. I'm using the shade Cream from the Lorac Mega Pro palette. Now I know this palette is kind of unavailable right now, so like I said, any matte cream color shade or nude color shade will do. And I'm just applying this right below the eyebrow just so the shadows will, you know, kind of be a little bit easier to blend out. All right, now going into the shade, I think it's called Deadliest Woman, Deadliest Woman in the Universe. Gorgeous, gorgeous green. And I'm going to be using my Starlux Soft Small Dome Fluff Brush 858. Same thing, dabbing it into the loose pigment and then patting it in the lid. I'm going to be applying this starting at the crease, kind of going over a little bit of Ain't Nothing Like Me, that brown, and then I'm going to keep it fairly concentrated right above the crease, and then I'm going to pull it down into the corner of my eye, not quite reaching the corner of my eye, adding a little bit at a time, and then I'm going to pull it up in a rounded shape towards the outer third of my eye and then into the corner of my eye, so it kind of makes a swooped rounded shape. And what I normally do for the inner corner is I'll use this brush on the tip instead of flat. That way I have like a little more control pulling it in to the inner corner, because I don't want to pull it up too high right there. I want to keep it nice and tight. And then I just keep adding until I'm happy with the pigmentation. Alright, now I'm going to be taking a BH Cosmetics blending brush, and I'm just going to lightly blend over the edge of the green. And see, this is why I added that cream color matte shadow, because it makes it so much easier to blend this out on the edge. What I'm kind of doing is I'm kind of using just the edge of the brush like this instead of the flat part of the brush, because I'm just barely blending it out. I'm just softening that edge. I'm not, you know, expanding it outwards that much. And then you can go back into Deadliest Woman in the Universe again to kind of deepen the green a little bit closer to the crease. And then if you feel like you want to touch it up a little bit more, alright, now I'm going to be taking a Coastal Scents detail brush and go into the shade I Am Groot. Beautiful, beautiful sparkle in this shade. And I'm packing my brush quite a bit because this shade is mainly sparkle. And once I pack it, I'm not going to go ahead and dip it into the lid. I'm just going to tap off the excess. And then I'm going to be applying this on the outer part of the crease and then kind of down, basically the outer third of my eyelid, and then extend it up just a little bit above the outer third of the crease as well. Alright, once that's done, then I'm going to go ahead and use my finger to apply a little bit more of I Am Groot, a little more concentrated just on the outer third. Because it is just gorgeous. There, can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see the sparkle? It's so pretty. I love it. I love it. All right. Next, see, there's not a whole lot of fallout, so I can go ahead and do a little bit of cleanup really quick. I'm going to take a little It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, just kind of on that outer corner, and then set it with my Maybelline Dream Wonder Powder. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and put on my first coat of waterproof mascara. All right, so I've put on my base coat of waterproof mascara, coated my lashes, and my cat, can you see him, wants to be in the video. Hey, baby. And I'm going to use my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper to apply a basic cat wing. So what I normally do for a basic small cat wing is I start where the crease of my eye stops. I kind of talked about this in my last video. And pull it up. And then start the corner of my eye and connect it up. And that pretty much creates the best cat wing for me. You know, I have to stop talking because this liner is so precise. If you make a mistake, it will show. So I'll start talking again once I'm done. All right, now that that's done, and I know it's not going to go anywhere, seriously, all day, this eyeliner, wherever it went, here it is my new baby. I'm going to be using a series of Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencils in the shades Mars, which I think was only available in like an Ocho Loco pack. I think I'll put down in the description box below. You'll have all the info down there. And then the shades Mildew and Graffiti. I'm going to start with Mars and I'm going to apply it to the roots of my bottom lashes all the way across. All right, now I'm going to apply the shade Graffiti right over it. All right, once we've done that, I'm going to be using a Coastal Scents. This is sort of, I'm not sure what brush this is. It's just sort of a flat, what is this normally used for from Coastal Scents? I mean, I think you can use it for multiple things. I've used it for applying eyeshadow, yeah, I guess eyeshadow or eyebrow powder to my eyebrows. I've used it for eyeliner. I've used it for so many different things. It's really a great multi-use brush. But we're going to be using it to smudge out the two eyeliners that we just put underneath. And this will actually help set it a bit. All right, so once we've smudged that in, then we're going to take the shade Mildew and apply that over. We're doing some heavy layering here. Can you see? All right, now that that's done, one more time, going back to the brush, I'm smudging it in just a little. All right, once that is smudged in, I'm going to go back to the brush that we used to apply the green shade to our eyes, and whatever's left on the brush, which is usually a pretty decent bit for me, I'm using that to kind of apply shadow right over. That way it kind of blends in a bit more and it'll help set the eyeliner so it's not going anywhere. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and put mascara on my top and bottom lashes, so you'll see me in just a second. Alright everyone, that's the end of the tutorial. Now to the end of the review. Alright everyone, so that's the end of the review and tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I highly recommend Geek Chic Cosmetics. I highly recommend the Awesome Mix set. I mean, the quality of the products, they're pigmented, they blend easy, they're inexpensive, they're easy to work with, the colors are amazing, the pics are amazing. If you are a geek like me, you will just die when you see the stuff that they have. I will be sure to put a link to Geek Chic Cosmetics Facebook, their website, as well as a direct link to the Awesome Mix products. That way you can check it out for yourself. I paid $25 for the limited edition tin with all 6 deluxe size shadows, which I think is a great price for. Plus I think shipping and handling, which was really inexpensive, like a couple dollars. The full size individual shadows are $5.99 each. Or you can get the Awesome Mix, which isn't with the limited edition tin. It's just the 6 full-size shadows. I think it retails for $31.99. And like I said, those are full sizes. The only time it's deluxe sizes is if you get the tin. But I have heard, hasn't been confirmed, that I'm assuming the Geek Chic person is a she, is going to re-release the limited edition tin with the shadows again because it was so darn popular. It sold out so fast. I could be wrong, but follow them on Facebook, follow their website so you can get updated and hear for yourself if they do release it again. I bet they will. Can't make any promises. I don't know. But like I said, go check them out. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like me to do a review on the Sherlock collection that I talked about earlier. I do have try not to drop it, all the shades from the collection. I just don't have the limited edition tin, but the collection is still available on their website. So if you were interested in seeing swatches and seeing makeup looks created with this, let me know and I will create a video doing that. But I think that's it for now, everybody. Happy makeuping. I will talk to y'all all very soon. Bye. Mwah.